If you're in higher ed recruitment, you know that every single student inquiry is gold. But you also know that sinking feeling when you lose those leads before they even make it into your system. Today, we're going to break down FormifyConnect, a tool designed to solve that exact headache for all you Slate CRM users out there.
Okay, picture this. You're at a packed college fair, you're having a great conversation with a fantastic student, and then you find out the Wi-Fi is terrible. So out comes the clipboard. You can almost see the excitement drain from their face as their info goes onto a piece of paper that, let's be honest, might not get into your CRM for days or even weeks. This is literally where opportunities slip through the cracks. But does it have to be this way?
And this really shows you the two worlds we're talking about. On one side, you've got paper forms, all that manual data entry, the messy handwriting, the super slow follow-up, and just missed opportunities. But then you look at the FormifyConnect side, and it's a whole different story. Automated sync, clean data, instant follow-up, and every single lead gets captured. I mean, the difference is just night and day.
So let's dive into what we're calling the recruitment black hole, because honestly, that's exactly what it feels like when you're dealing with the frustrating reality of these offline events.
This really just nails the whole domino effect, doesn't it? It all starts with that spotty Wi-Fi at a high school or a college fair. That forces you to fall back on dreaded paper forms. And then comes the real pain back at the office. Hours, and I mean hours, spent typing everything in, trying to figure out messy handwriting, chasing down students for missing details, and then cleaning up all the duplicate records that always manage to sneak into Slate. It's not just inefficient, it's a huge drain on your team's morale and time.
So what's the answer? Well, it's not just another app or some separate system you have to learn. It's a Slate native solution, purpose-built to work right inside the world you already live and breathe in every single day.
Now this right here, this quote is everything. Build by Slate users for Slate users. And that's not just some marketing fluff. It means the people who created this tool have felt your exact pain. They get your workflow, they know your challenges, and they understand why the Slate ecosystem is so important. That's what makes this whole thing actually work.
So what does Built for Slate actually mean for you? It's simple. It means you use the forms you've already spent so much time perfecting. It uses your school's branding, your custom validation rules, and it kicks off your existing workflows. There are no new platforms to learn, no new forms to build from scratch. FormifyConnect basically just becomes a seamless extension of what you've already mastered inside Slate.
And that brings us to the really cool part. How does all this offline magic actually happen? Well, the whole process is designed to be incredibly simple, totally reliable, and best of all, automatic.
It really just boils down to these 3 steps. First, your recruiters capture every single inquiry on a tablet or a phone completely offline, no internet needed. Second, all that precious data is stored and fully encrypted right there on the device, so it's totally secure. And third, this is the best part, the moment that device gets back online, boom, all of those records automatically and securely sync right into Slate. No buttons to push, no files to upload, it just works.
Now let's talk about the specific tools this gives your team. Because this isn't just about grabbing data. It's about empowering both the recruiters, who are out on the road, and the admins holding down the fort back at the office.
For your recruiters in the field, this is a total game changer. There's an event kiosk mode that gives them a clean interface that automatically resets after each student signs up, perfect for a busy table. They can also share their contact info instantly with a personal QR code, and they can even pop up a QR code for the live online form, for those students who do have a connection. It's all about speed and flexibility.
And for the administrators, this is all about control and peace of mind. The entire setup happens right inside a Slate portal you already know how to use. And because it's using your actual Slate forms, your data integrity is guaranteed. Your branding, your rules, your logic, it's all there. Plus, you get centralized control to manage which forms are active and even securely wipe data from a device if you ever need to.
But of course, none of this matters if your data isn't both secure and accurate. That's non-negotiable. And this is exactly how the system builds that trust. First off, for security, all the student info stored on the device is fully encrypted. It's locked down tight. Second, for accuracy, there's a pretty smart AI data cleaner that automatically catches and corrects common typos. Think gmail.com becoming gmail.com. That keeps your data clean from the get-go. And finally, you get a full submission history, so you can track every single lead and see exactly when it was captured and when it's synced.
So let's bring it all home. The ultimate goal here is really simple.
to help you start capturing every single lead by completely eliminating that connectivity barrier for good.
And you know, the best way to see how this could really work for your team is to just try it out. There's a 30-day completely free trial. It's a totally no-risk way to see for yourself how it handles your real-world events and what kind of a difference it can make, with zero financial commitment.
So, when it all comes down to it, the promise is right here. To completely eliminate manual data entry. To make sure clean, consistent data is always flowing into Slate. To trigger your follow-up workflows instantly. And most importantly, to make sure you never miss a student inquiry because of bad Wi-Fi ever again.
And that really leaves us with one final question. This isn't just about a new tool. It's about changing how you operate at events. So, are you ready to make connectivity completely irrelevant to your recruitment success?